And welcome back to the Batty Overwatch League Season 5, Week 5, Game number 3 with All Dabs, No Blab versus the Bench Life of Zach and Cody. With you here is myself, UTech, and the ever-popular, ever-handsome, ever guy who hits the foreheads, Cal, or hook resets, whatever you like to call him. What's going on, Cal?
Yo, not much. Just excited to cast some games. And a very pretty good matchup today, as probably some top tier teams in the league gonna be facing off. It's gonna be interesting to say the least. Both of these teams have run a lot of different stuff, and I'd say they definitely have the most diverse of the champion pools. So I'm curious to see what they're gonna be running.
Yeah, definitely coming up. Going to be looking at their DPS lineup. Obviously, 30, a big hit scan threat coming out of the bench life, and also with Free Fee and Senpai being the big threat on All Dabs, No Blabs. And we're gonna see a defense coming out of the bench life. Gonna be running the Ryan Zarya, Brigitte, just going for a very heavy front line. And then they're going to be using TK Thrifty on the Pharah, going to be with the pharmacy combo. So going to be having the eyes in the skies, but we're going to be seeing Free Fee and Senpai going a little bit of a dive, going a bit of a forward dive with the Doomfist and the Genji respectively, and then trying to going maybe with the triple DPS Scarlet going on the Widow, or what are they doing there?
That's definitely just offense. They're just picking whatever they want. They have 20 seconds. They have no fear. I would not be too surprised to see these two dive DPS, but with the Ryan Zarya maybe question mark, Free Fee swapping over to the Pharah. She's pretty popular on this point specifically of Rialto, so would not be surprised. But if a Bastion comes through, that makes things a little bit different.
Yeah, coming out with the Bastion, seeing what was going on in the last round of games. Senpai coming in, gonna try to play defense of Senpai. Mr. President, can you get on board? As he's just going to be throwing some pot shots, still damage coming out. Free Feed doing a great job from the sky, trying to get his, as much ult charge as he can. But TK Thrifty actually taking a bit of a lead in the ult economy. But Senpai now finally being able to show off his muscle on the Bastion. But doing such a good job of stunning out Senpai, taking him out all done, giving them a moment of momentum. The bench life already taking out one person, the man advantage going so hard. 30 being able to clean up on top of that. And that's their Valkyrie. What are you doing? Going out man mode, making sure that no one can do anything else but Chromatic taking out Free Fee, and they are able to clean up. That bench life is showing up today.
Yeah, not surprising from Senpai. Immediate swap off of that Bastion to the Widowmaker, try to help shut down TK Thrifty in the sky and maybe get long range damage against 30. Just good calculated aggression out of bench life.
Dub Jump coming out of nowhere, doing a great job of the stun. Already having 3 ults on the life of bench life. Dub Jump doing what he can, getting a whip shot. Already up there. 30 taking out Senpai. He doesn't even need a sniper rifle to take out the Widowmaker.
Oh, though that Free Fee with the bop does get Chromatic and 30 off. Let's see if the offense can regroup fast enough to take advantage.
Oh, and a Justice coming out of Free Fee, being able to clean up the 2 supports. Only one left is TK Thrifty going to be taken out, but they should be able to have enough time to get back for a second hold. Even though they have 3 people going on that cart, they should be able to regroup, but there is a little bit of a stagger coming up on the Reinhardt. Going to be the last one coming on in, but he'll be able to charge back on in as they get into this next fight.
Yeah, look at those 5 ultis though. Dub Drum going to be popping the rally immediately, try to get his team set up with armor. And gotta watch the hammer from Valk.
Your Pendry getting up, but a counter charge coming out of Valk, sacrificing his life, but a High Noon isn't anything done. Not much able to get pick after pick. High Noon taking out Spagnuter, and everyone else on the bench life able to clean up, and that they used up the majority of their ult economy, but they after using that grab, using the High Noon, using the Valkyrie, they were able to stay in the thick of the fight. TK Thrifty and Valkyrie having their ultimates ready and available.
It's gonna make it even worse as TK Thrifty gets the boop onto Senpai. This map is known for that, from that small little bridge. Gotta be careful. And honestly, right now, the big difference maker right now is Dub Drum on that Brigitte. She's getting really popular, especially in the BOL, and for good reason. Very strong character.
Yeah, they are going to try to come in freaky, hacking for a range from above. They do have the combo coming in from Spagooter, as well as the Mighty Wolf having the Coalescence Beam. They do have a lot of options there. And there goes the grab. Getting 2 people at least. Dub Drum getting taken out as well. Getting taken out, a few of them themselves, but they're able to pick up fight going both ways, man advantage, but Valkyr getting taken out of the fight. Maybe he can touch, but it's going to be the first point going in the way of all dabs, no blabs, as they will have to, as the bench life will have to try to find their footing again on the second point.
It looks like 30 could not find the shots on the free feet ulting up there quick enough, and he ends up only getting a trade with it. Wasn't enough, and the 3 surviving members of the dabs managed to push it through.
Yeah, giving Freefy this free reign of the skies, gonna be able to get them around this corner fairly easy. Chromatic doing what he can, getting up his ultimate, but being taken out and being very forward. Thrifty able to take out Spagooter in the process, try to hold out, but ult's being used by a little bit by everyone just to hold on to this defense. A good solid use, if you ask me. Scarlet going in for that res. Is it really worth it at this point? But Valkyr going Superman mode, super far forward, as they have that ability to Dub Drum using the ultimate. Oh, and big slam coming in from Valkyr, just trying to do anything he can, but can't do anything as he gets boops through the needle that he's trying to thread. Chromatic gonna have to take out your Pentry as well, coming out doing a great big black hole that, it's a disaster, just coming out of for the all dabs no blab, just one after another.
Nicest thing about this defense and holding this far forward is this cart is not going to move a single inch. It's been backing up the entire time, almost back to the bridge. And the offense is having to regroup. They even used ultimates for that. We're going to have to watch Freefy with that barrage, see what he can do. They do pick off Chromatic.
Yeah. I mean, ultimate economy looking fairly even. TK Thrifty looking for his adjustments from above. Oh, it's a Mighty Wolf getting taken down, getting booped. That's one less healer, but they do have Scarlet. They should have the Mercy heals coming in, but Dub Drum showing what it means to be a complete Swedish woman. As double dust this, but Freefy flows, aims up high, and takes out TK Thrifty. No justice from below today, if you ask me.
Yeah, and look like they're just going to be able to get some staggers, hopefully, on checkers. Oh, yeah. They do get a loss, but...
Yeah, Senpai getting taken down. That's one less DPS. You're gonna trying to make sure people stay up. Missing the charge, but Dub Drum still making sure that everyone says, and a big high noon coming out, taking out Scarlet and Freefy. That's gonna be able to reset this point, and that's gonna have to be the point.
That's
we only have 5 seconds left.
Yep, that ulti from 30 really sealing it over, and Senpai's just gonna ulti in sadness as he just sees shields.
Great ultimate usage out of the bench life coming out. Doing so much better than I thought. I definitely thought all dabs no blab was gonna be at least get past that second point.
Yeah, it really shows how well their first point hold went and how much time they were able to just drain out. And then when they held the defense in front of that bridge, it was just so well done, and they used their ultis pretty well in contrast to the offense there. Just able to be winding down that time. So it's gonna be a lot harder for the defense to be holding. Just to hold to this second point. Normally offensives struggle at third, so we'll have to see if the offense from the bench life can push it through. And if I was the dabs, I'd be looking to hold this first point. This second point's just pretty tough.
And it's definitely the bench life's game to lose if they are not able to push through this. But Definitely coming out with Ryan Zarya play. Maybe their dub drum hovering over that over the Bastion, but probably going to be going back over to
Support.
Brigitte. Seeing so much value out of it. Dub drum just popping off this game. Very, very. I don't know if I can say that's surprising or he's just able to just be very, very effective on the Brigitte.
Yeah, personally, I don't think Brigitte's the hardest character to play, but she definitely can be effective if you're very aggressive and your team can follow up on you. And I think their team's been doing a great job of it, and I don't think Dabs have been respecting him. So gotta look at that. Freefee is gonna be playing a Brigitte of his own.
Sometimes all you gotta do is just press W and M1.
Yep.
Continuing on a similar offense.
Oh.
Dabs. Ooh. Freefee already taking someone down. Valk trying to charge someone, but unable to find the mark. Just bowling everybody out of the way. But Checkers taking 30 back into the field, but Spagooter getting taken out as well. A man down, all Blabs, no Dabs are going to have a hard time getting past this. And Valk able to just continuously just charge into the enemy team and not getting punished for it.
It is very scary as Spagooter got cut off, so the team's without a Reinhardt, and that hook on the Scarlet did not manage to finish her off, but the defense is looking like they're holding.
Yeah. Ults coming out of both sides, just a prolonged brawl. Freefee with that ultimate, the armor and speed, gonna be able to push back the bench life. Solid first push, but let's see if they can get any. And a big move coming out to Mighty Wolf as they're trying to retreat. And it looks like they're just gonna take a little bubble bath in the river as they try to reset for another push.
Like I said, you can really see how frustrating this character is to play against. As she's just running at you with ulti, if you don't have someone to instantly 100 to 0 her, she's so oppressive. She's basically a running Reinhardt at you.
Yeah, and especially as she's healing herself up while doing damage with armor, that's just some crazy stuff.
Yeah, and 30 kicking off. And the Mighty Wolf actually hits Checkers off and a huge slam just to finish it off. This fight's over. 2 minutes left to go for the offense.
They still have ult advantage coming out of the bench life. Chromatic coming in with his Graviton Surge. Of course, all Dabs, no Blabs have the grab themselves, and they also have the beat, so they will be able to be a little bit more survivability, or be a little bit more survivable as the Wombo combo out of comes out. But look at that, already getting taken out. Senpai already taking out the backline so easily with the high noon. No one even knew that he was up there. As they continue on, they are going to clean up with the man advantage. Chromatic already having to waste his ultimate, and 3 ultimates already wasted out of the bench life. And such an effective ult economy usage out of all Dabs and Bloods. All they had to do was Senpai just used that ult efficiently, just getting that Deadeye, and they were able to just do it. Spagooter,
oh my gosh.
It's going to be a chance to take him out. They do have spawn advantage as they continue on. And a Graviton Surge? Where's the Graviton Surge?
Thrifty right-clicked it.
Thrifty freaking ate the Graviton Surge! They're going to continue on with this. They switch off Thrifty, making sure that they have now a little bit more point presence. But still, 60 seconds left. I'm going to see if they can do anything, but the Mighty Wolf getting boop after boop. We need to talk about the Mighty Wolf and just the presence he has as this Lucio.
Yeah, and the defense right now are just getting staggered after each other. They're not sure what to do against this team. I was gonna say that the Roadhog from TK Thrifty really wasn't doing much. He needed a swap to D.Va to be able to even deal with Senpai, but if they just get booped by Wolf, there's nothing to do. They need to pay more attention to it.
They just need to all go in as one. Maybe they can do it, but they got 19 seconds left to see if they can.
Look where Wolf is behind. He's looking for more boops. But he does back up.
Getting
Spagooter going a little bit far.
Yeah, being able to Valkyrie taking out Spagooter. The Ryan battle is won, but Senpai unable to be contested on the high ground. No one knows that he's up there, and just getting shot after shot after shot. But now we're getting to the point where he needs to be alone. But TK Thrifty doing a great job as the D.Va taking out the entire thing. But that is everything left. All they have to do is press Q and clean up everyone else. Dub Jump trying to do what he can. But very, very solid defense coming out of all dabs, no blabs.
Yeah, both defenses actually showed up pretty well, but defense for the dabs just a little bit stronger as they held first point.
And the play of the game coming in from Spagooter. What did he do?
This is the Earth Shatter at the very end. Right
doesn't even need to aim. Just press Q, swing away, and you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, you know that championship, whatever it's called, trophy. From that skin, just whacking away, making loud sounds, and doing well.
Draft this man into an NFL team because that's how you play linebacker.
Be a very scary linebacker, clad in full armor.
You know, maybe that's what they need to do to prevent all those injuries that they have. Maybe it'll provide you know, a bit more money coming into the NFL.
Yeah, geez, guys, just get stronger, obviously.
Or, you know, yeah, just use steroids. I mean, it's easy. Just, you know, gotta get it. And of course, we have a restart coming in from Checkers, one of the players on the bench life. Gonna see what they can do. This gives us a chance to get a word from our sponsors. One of them being Bad Dragon. Give it a shot. I know if you like Browsette as much as everyone on the internet does, you'll love this.
Dear Lord.
And also water. Drink it. It's free unless you pay for it.
Yeah. A little bit more healthy than all the Bowsette fan art that I've seen on my Twitter.
Yeah, a little bit healthy for you, and you can get good, clean Christian water from a Christian server, and feel so much better for yourself after all the stuff you do with Bad Dragon. Anyway, Checkers coming back online soon, so we'll be starting our next map on Eichenwald within next couple of minutes here. What do you think bench life can really do to try to go against the dabs?
That's honestly a little bit puzzling. I still think it was pretty close, if not for a couple mix-ups. I think they need to work on their ult usage together, maybe a bit better. But it's hard to perfectly say. I think maybe a comp switch up would have worked better on their offense and tried something else. Was it clearly wasn't working, and they just needed to be a little bit more coordinated and stop getting staggered for a while. It really ran down their time. Eichenwald, obviously a completely different beast. No ledges really to fall off of, so we'll have to see. But honestly, I would say Bench Life was the favored team in this matchup, so it's surprising that even in saying how good Dab was, that they took the map.
Yeah, definitely. What was it? Was it Senpai or Freefy playing McCree?
That'd be Senpai.
Yeah, Senpai not getting contested up above, and he is a very, very competent hit scan player. So
yeah,
if he's getting free reign,
they probably would have won that if they didn't have the Roadhog and had the Diva instead. I personally am not that big of a fan of Roadhog. I don't think he's that great right now in this meta, except for like Roadhog Karissa stuff. But I know other players have different opinions, for sure. And I think that if he was running Diva and would have just been blocking at McCree, they would have probably won that push. Because it looked like they had the full combo set up with the Hanzo Zarya, so it's unfortunate for them. You can't lay the blame all on Thrifty because, I mean, the rest of them could have been calling it. Maybe 30 could have landed a headshot on the McCree that really doesn't move fast while ulting, so who knows.
Well, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Always thinking, trying to think ahead, but not fast enough, right?
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, going on into this next match, looks like a defense coming out. They're doing the triple tank strategy again. A Chromatic going on that Zarya as well as a Reinhardt, and they're also going to be using that Diva. So, gonna try to definitely be using that defense matrix as much as they can.
They are going to be swapping off of the Brigette and having Dub Drum play the Ana. A little bit different a lot of it different play style. And I think Ana's really strong right now, so I hope that he does well. That was a nice bubble.
Yeah, and Valkyr getting a nice pin onto the Mighty Wolf as they continue on with cleanup. TK Thrifty taking out Scooter and Senna getting taken out by Checkers, actually. Did she take out her pistol already?
I'm not sure, as they end up getting staggered. Mighty Wolf trying to help your pen try, but they're just getting a little bit of spawn camp.
And Freefy going on that Doomfist, only getting 13% ult charge so far.
I think he might have gotten slept or something at the very beginning of that fight and then immediately hit. Unsure, but whoever Dub Drum slept was really huge.
Yeah, gonna be looking at Dub Drum as much as they can. Oh, missing the sleep, gonna be taken out, but getting peeled by his team as he continues on with the fight. As your Spagoots just trying to do what he can, but 30 getting free reign, showing as to why he is a Masters hit scan player. And ultimates are going to be a thing in this next team fight if they need to use it. Advantage going on the side of the bench life.
Yeah, hopefully they can just maybe commit a couple things. They can just use Nano Visor. Honestly, they probably can win the fight. Freefy will be swapping off the Doomfist onto the Brigade. The Doomfist not working out. So I'm glad to see that, as he was getting pretty shut down.
Yeah. And a big slam coming out of Scooter, gonna be trying to take out as well, but Checkers getting taken down by the High Noon as they're going to continue to clean up everybody going down one at a time. But 30 coming back, trying to do a clean sweep on the other end, but he is the only one with Valkyrior. They are the only ones left. Maybe they can actually get on the point again. But the 2v2 going in the way, they are going to give them 2 points. But 30 versus Scooter, are they going to be able to do it? He's just keeping
Scooter is so low. But the offense has a spawn advantage, so here they come and they don't get the res, so that's pretty huge.
Yeah, and TK Thrifty coming back in on the Diva. Checkers popping something, just the Valkyrie, just to see if they can stay up, but unable to get anyone through the Diva bomb. TK Thrifty going to be getting back into the back, but another Graviton Surge coming out of the way of Chromatic as they continue on this fight. So close, they need to make sure they stay on this point. Scarlet been trying to get a cheeky res off, but not going to be able to do it today.
Yeah, they were so close at 91%. They thought they could do it. They blew so many ults just to try to keep the hold, but there was just pretty good ults out of Chromatic, out of Thrifty to keep that at point stalling. Well done on them. 30 already has another tack visor.
Yeah, and Freefy popping that armor to get them basically being a pseudo-losing. Valkyr getting a fantastic pick on the Scarlet. That is one less person, but a High Noon coming out of Senpai, taking out Checkers, so they're going one for one with the picks on both sides. TK Thrifty and Chromatic trying to do what they can to just stay on the cart as much as they can. They have 40 seconds left. TK Thrifty getting taken out. 30 Chromatic versus the world as they are the only ones left. A big slam coming out of everyone, even taking out Valkyria, unable to get anyone else. Dub Drum unable to get on the point. Gonna see if he can try to reset and maybe die as they get a far spawn, but they're gonna have to give them a little bit of time as they have to get through this door first and giving the defense a bit of time to regroup.
30 will be swapping over to that Widowmaker. Gonna be still a solo DPS for that defense. See if he can pick off Senpai a little bit farther away. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Widow from Senpai either. See what if he's feeling, and he's dead now, so.
And good job on TK Thrifty going around to take out Senpai, catching him off guard, unable to look on his back. And Valkyrior getting taken down by the counter charge of Freefy. And a big charge coming out, but the nano boost making sure that Valkyrior gets taken up. Gonna keep swinging into the blob of people. And a big slam coming from Valk as he continues to swing away. They should be able to clean up from here. But Freefy with the armor gonna try to keep him up and keep them fighting for just as long as they can. But a counter charge again, Freefy making sure that no one gets the pin by Valk, as they are going to be able to have a fantastic defensive position past the drawbridge.
Yeah, the ults are going to be very close. The only advantage really being 30 having the Widow sights. We'll have to see who uses their ults better. Valk charges in alone, but they do get a 3-man shatter, or 3-man grab.
Yeah, trying to go in for the grab, but unable to get too much. But 30 getting pick after pick Chromatic, can he stay alive? And Val getting another shatter so fast? He's just doing work on everybody. He's staying alive and able to just keep swinging away. Just doing a fantastic job. Let's also give a shout out to Dub Drum, just keeping his Reinhardt alive, allowing him to just continue to swing away. And he's had what, like 4 slams so far?
I do agree with you. It was really good off of Valk, but if you see before Valk got all those kills, 30 got 4 picks. So he was definitely doing a huge part of that. And as Widowmakers do, they control fights.
Look at your pen drive being very sneaky in the back line. You're gonna see if it gets a bit of damage off of 30, just to ease the pressure on the front line. But
yeah, both Divas going way far forward, so I'm not sure what exactly either of their plans was without any teammates, but
yeah, Chromatic versus the World, since they do not have Valkyrie, or continuing on. Happy birthday, Valk, but you are not there to celebrate your birthday as your team is continuing to be pushed back. Checker's playing a little bit ballsy, trying to jump from to and fro from people to people, doing a successful job at it. TK Thrifty trying to contest and taking out Senpai. That is one less Widow that your team needs to worry about, but is going
forcing
to
the res. Yep.
Forcing the res out as they continue on with this. Going into overtime, as this is going to be the last a big
Are they not even touching?
Surge. Are they
They're not even touching.
Yep, not even touching it.
Yeah, they were kind of worried. They were kind of worried. They were backing up as they were trying to get fully healed up, unfortunately, and end up losing it.
Yeah, unlucky for the side of all dabs, no labs. But we've seen this game before. We've seen it where they've gotten to at least the second point, or past the first point and halfway to the second point, and they're able to hold out on the first point. So we'll see if they're gonna have the same amount of skillful defense as they had on Rialto.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Rialto and Ikemal definitely 2 different beasts. So we'll have to see who can edge it out. This is definitely we are on the hybrid map right now, so it's in theory should be a little bit more tough to take the first point. So the defense, maybe still worried, but breathing a little bit easier than they did on Rialto. As they put Freefy on his signature Junkrat and Senpai on his Trusted McCree. As per usual, the Mercy Moira defense that they've been enjoying so much. I'm honestly surprised they're not playing Brig like they did on Rialto. But
maybe they're going to be fine. They're going for a double healer comp. Scarlet staying on the Mercy, so they're going to be having the damage boost. But
look at this offense.
Yeah, offense. I mean, Freefy is probably going to try to see if he can go balls to the wall, but he's going to have to play a little conservatively, considering they are going into it. They have to know they're going into a Zarya.
Yeah, but they're not. I don't think they're expecting this comp that was played by Australia, I think, but without like Brig, obviously. They played a Mei and they jumped up above on this bridge and ran straight to point. I'm curious if they're gonna do that, but we don't have time to say that. Freebie gets a double kill.
Yeah, I was looking at 30, who was all the way back there and just got caught up by a trap nowhere near his team. If they were playing.
If they're playing the Australia strategy, they would have actually been coordinating together, but instead a little bit separated. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, and they're just going to be staggered here, as their team does not have any more damage left. And they don't have much damage to begin with.
Yeah, they're just this entire first minute of this attack just feeding ult charge to the dabs. Just getting staggered out, only getting not even a push, if you can call it.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to be worried for them, as Freefy does have his tire. He's might be able to stall out a whole nother fight. And 30's dead again. They don't even need to use it. Checkers will be rezzing though.
Yeah, as TK Thrift switching over to the Pharah, good swap if you ask me. One less person for Freefy to be able to hit in the sky, but Falk getting taken out, not able to be very effective against the Junkrat who's just pelting the shields.
Yeah, and now they have to keep running away and waiting out. They do finally get a pick, but get traded in the meanwhile. Scarlet maybe gonna be able to res Dub Drum.
I don't know, this looks like a quick play game to me. Well, it seems like they're gonna have the Blizzard coming out with some other ults coming on both sides, but the Tire making quick work, stopping everything and all the utility coming out of the bench life as Valk going a little bit too man mode in the back line. Gonna be taking, oh no, actually takes out Spagooter, but he's gonna be
wait a minute. Valk,
what is Valk
this is
doing?
not where you want to be. You are quite alone. You will bend the
but he gets the win!
The strategy.
It continues on. It was all a ploy. He was gonna try to take out Senpai the entire time as they're gonna continue on as they regroup, and Valk comes out of Scarlet, but Valk counter Valk coming out of Checkers, and a big slam coming out of Valkyrior, and gonna try to charge and get in position. He is nanoed. See if he can get someone, but unable to do anything for Spagooter. And Senpai coming into the back, taking out Checkers, but he is alone. Scarlet maybe gonna see if he can get some sort of res, but as an open target, gonna give them 3 minutes to kind of push this point, and we'll see what's happening on. We're probably seeing a few changes. 30 switching off onto the Widow, as we know it's a fantastic location for Widow, as there's just so much high ground, so much verticality to play with. But Freepy gonna stay on that Junkrat, knowing that he can just do a fantastic job of being a big bully.
Oh.
And already Senpai taking out 30 on this as they round the corner.
Yep. Not to mention the Tire. It is gonna be taken out by TK30 from the sky, and Valk and Spagooter trade charges.
Oh, and a big Graviton Surge. It looks like they're gonna be able to keep on going. TK30 coming in from the high ground, making sure that Senpai and Scarlet can no longer do anything. Freepy, the only one left, but as they're going to continue to push this on to Mighty Wolf, they're going to have to try to get out there as fast as can. Pops his ult, but to no avail. They might be able to get one more contest on this. They are switching over to dive to just try to close the gap as fast as they can as they continue on, but it's going to have to be really fast. Spagooter and Dependra going in on the dive. Senpai coming in on the back line. He is alone. Can they take him out as they continue on a nano boost coming out? But not too much. Scarlet can be taken out. Valk getting the slam into the back line, taking everybody out. Freepy the only one left to just really be getting stuck in the hammer down. But the dive strategy is actually working as they were actually able to pick up everybody. And Valk getting taken out, or gonna see if he can get a few more hits. I mean, he is Reinhardt, and he's taking people out one at a time. Spagooter getting out of the car as they're going to continue to push, but see if they can get this Tire just to do anything. But it doesn't, and they're able to get the victory. Bench Life wins.
Yeah, almost a scary similar story to the first map, but the offense from Bench Life able to pull through. And 30 on the Widowmaker, gonna get the play of the game, gonna be shooting heads and in people's faces.
See how many picks he's actually getting. D-Mex and takes out both supports right away. That is so huge. Oh. And also Senpai who dropped down. That is good quality head clicking, my dude.
You don't expect anything else from 30, 67% kill participation. A really huge part of this team, and there's a good reason for it.
Fantastic job. We are going 1-1, fighting for their lives over onto Ilios as our third map. We get teams switched over to there. Gonna be an interesting game. We are going to see who is gonna have the better brawl in these maps. Definitely excellent play coming out of 30. I think we're seeing hit scan is really powerful this season.
Yeah, especially with there's gonna be some buffs coming in to Soldier and to McCree soon. So I expect to see even more. I mean, in the true competitive scene right now, Sombra and Doomfist kind of dominate everywhere, but we're not exactly competitive players. So right now, McCree, Widowmaker just being huge forces and very scary.
Yeah, they're
If in
giving
that.
Soldier a buff, aren't they? So,
Yeah,
I
but I
mean,
don't think Soldier's getting that big of a buff. I've heard McCree is getting a little bit better of a buff.
and then also there's going to be
Too.
that Pharah rework.
Yeah, there's just changes all around. Pharah's gonna be much harder to play, as she gets more damage getting directs, but does not get the damage from just splash damage. So probably gonna be a little bit worse against these goats comps like they've like to run. So yeah.
Yeah,
But
we'll see. Are they
I'm,
increase? I'll have to read the patch notes. Are they increasing the projectile speed of those rockets then?
I haven't heard anything about that. The only thing I've heard is the change from the splash damage and the direct hits. Just
Huh.
more damage for directs. So
Man,
it's more
I just
skillful,
hope
I guess.
I just hope they don't make it so that you can just one-shot people with just a single damage boosted rocket.
It wouldn't surprise me because, Doomfist is in the game. And that character can do it without damage boost, so who freaking cares, right?
I suppose. Well, he can't just
Yes,
just
he can.
left click.
Yeah,
he can't
can
just
left click
click it.
shift and kill people.
I mean, that is true, but that
I'm
takes
sorry, there's a
skill.
lot of hatred from this character, but as we will come out into this, the dabs will be coming out with some dive tanks. The Widowmaker, who's super popular on this map, gonna be against 30's Widowmaker, and some triple tank.
They're going into Widow v Widow, looking at those people. It's going to be, remind you of the old Team Fortress 2 days of the 2 forts. 30 taking down Senpai, but isn't able to really clean up as your Pendra and the Mighty Wolf taking out counterparts, but doesn't really matter as the picks from 30 are a lot more effective and allows for the front line of Bench Life to take the first cap.
Yeah, you gotta love this map where Widowmaker rules, and if she gets the kill on the enemy Widowmaker, you better bet that the rest of your team's gonna die too. Especially if she's as good as 30 is. So we'll have to see them put out some more pressure and help out Senpai in this 1v1.
Continuing on with the fight, Freaky switching over to the Doomfist, or has he been Doomfist this entire time?
He's been Doomfist. Yeah, he did try to fight more on the point. I expect him to be looking to pick off people.
Yeah, getting taken down himself as a counter charge. Gonna see if he can get at least one pick. Valkyrior getting taken down, and he has the Slam Jam coming in, and a big self-destruct out of Spectator, taking down at least 2 tanks. Demecking the Diva at least as they continue on with this fight. Valkyrie are getting taken down, and they're going to try to see if they can hold on to the point as long as they can. But nope, Dub Drum going to try to lick his wounds as he's going to get out of there.
Interestingly enough, the Mighty Wolf actually got the kill on the 30's Widowmaker, and he swaps off the Widow, not loving the dive. Gonna be playing that McCree. Should try to shut down Senpai's Tracer.
Yeah. Great swaps coming out of both teams, just knowing what needs to be done for the situation. Continue on, Valkyrior just going man mode up in the front line, but giving Freaky a bunch of free space. Just go in the back and continue on. He's going to try to slam, getting
huge.
two people in that Meteor Strike. Both supports getting taken down. It is only a matter of time before the vitality of the Bench Life is taken down, as they do not have any more healing. Valkyrie and TK Thrifty doing what they can, but they do not have the point. So it is not their point to get, but a fantastic combo coming out. Both TK Thrifty and Valkyrie are with a slam and Diva Bomb as they continue on, but Senpai already they're continuing on this fight. They just want to make sure that this brawl stays going along as long as they can, but not long enough apparently, as Bench Life is going to be able to take back the point.
And Checkers wastes her ulti, unfortunately, for the Bench Life, as the fight was already won. She just wants to be able to shoot a little bit faster, and they will be trying to get in there.
Oh, and a big grab coming out, taking out the Mighty Wolf's beat, but as well as 30 using the high noon, unable to take out anyone, as they continue to be able to use their presence and take the space away. And they're not even able to punish Valkyrie, or just being able to go super man mode, just every time able to charge in and somehow miraculously gets out every time.
Yeah, and they only have 10% to touch the point, as the Winston's going to be going in. Freefy even ulting maybe just to get on the point, but your Pentrai does reach. He tries to go 30, but 30 rolls away. And a nice flashbang to stop him and kill him.
Yeah, as they continue on with this fight, trying to fight for their lives. But Scooter taking out TK Thrifty, they are going to be coming out. But a big hammer, but unable to follow it up as Valkyrior gets taken down. And it looks as though the fight is going in favor of all dabs, no blabs, as they will go from 59% and ticking upwards. 30 does have his high noon again, but the ult economy being very, very, looking very good for the dabs, as they have 3 ults available, if not 5 coming out of Scarlet and Senpai in the high 90s.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to get this fight over with quickly, I'd say, unless Chromatic can get a huge grab. But Mighty Wolf getting picked off. He's going to have to force that res. That could be huge, as 30 also kills Freefy. Doomfist getting shut down.
Yeah,
it might not matter.
The high noon getting taken out before he can really do anything with it. But might be able to be seeing a turnaround. Senpai just getting free reign to take out the tanks, and the only person left is Chromatic. Fantastic job done by the dabs. Who would have thought that? Oh, but continuing on, Dub Drum.
Nah,
just
it can't be.
It can't beat the Q.
That will be over as the a little bit defensive hold from the dabs in that last fight. Just the ult management really in their favor. They didn't really have to use anything to take the point when they first got it. So it worked out for them. I think that really long, drawn-out fight where the dabs got so much ult percentage was truly the point in favor for them, because they forced the bench life to use literally everything they had. They couldn't gather enough resources for a last fight.
Yeah, and ultimately it allowed for dabs to win, and they're going to be fighting on the Lighthouse here. I'm wondering if they're going to do a similar thing to what we saw last round of games, where we're going to have the Torbjorn Fight Club.
These teams want to win really, really badly. I don't see this being possible, as the dabs immediately go on the point, try to establish some fight presence. They have the Brigida, so it makes sense. They want them to have to be running into them. TK Thrifty's Reaper's got to look for close range too, though, so... Oh, he almost gets taken out by Freefy's Brigade.
Looking for a fight. 30 coming in, jumping down like a Superman, as Freefy taking out TK Thrifty, who is alone, but going to be rezzed. Oh, unable to get the res off, as Senpai coming in and able to hook around everybody else, already getting his high noon. Freefy Senpai doing huge work on everybody else. He's already on fire. How fast did he get that? Did he get that high noon? That had to have been at least 30 seconds.
Definitely got really nice picks on Checkers, who was trying to res, and then on the 30 immediately following after. So really well done by him to take control of that fight. Maybe wasting his ult a little bit, but McCreel, usually not that impactful in the first place, does get killed. Perlite wants to res him, but can't do it.
At 30 getting another pick of both support and a DPS getting taken down. They have the man advantage, but High Noon coming in, seeing if he can get anything from it, and getting at least Freefy, as Bagooter comes in with a huge slam, allowing him to take out TK Thrifty. But not too much left, as the percentage points are coming back onto the bench light.
Yeah, but the defense is kind of rallying back, as 30 does die. These McCrees are ever so important. Valk in the backline super far, kills the Mighty Wolf, only to be rezzed and then get killed himself. So I think dabs are looking to fight back here. Senpai kills Thrifty, and it looks like it's all but enough for not.
Definitely had a full 6 crashing on into just 3 or 4 people, allowing them to just easily clean up the rest of the bench life.
Yeah, maybe Valk going a little bit too far forward, as his team could not help him out there, so they will be losing this point. 55%, its number is slowly crawling up there. The ultis from the dabs are definitely advantage.
on. They're gonna try to slowly push in a big Graviton Surge, making sure that they can get everybody that they can. But hearing another high noon coming out of nope, actually no high noons. I thought I heard wrong, but counter grab coming in, and all dabs no blabs able to pick up the fight afterwards.
Really strange because Chromatic's grab was just so much better with like 4 or 5 people, but he didn't have the damage to follow up, and it's 90%. It's gonna be hard for the bench life to come back and take this.
If Valkyrior can touch it, or if they can get someone.
He's going, but he gets stunned, 99%, and it's gonna be over. The Blabs take the match.
And all dabs having a very clear victory on this point. Doing a fantastic job as they were able to come back on Ruins. But let's look at what Senpai was doing here, though. Look at that.
This is his first point take.
No one knew where he was. Bam, bang, bang, boom. America, USA, Fan the Hammer in 2018.
Yeah, I think these McCrees were just ever so important as they were the ones making the plays on Ilios. It was just a very interesting matchup to see on this last point. Can we get a legendary? Nope. The teams would not do it. They gave 9 to checkers, but close match for sure. And these teams both looking pretty good. Obviously some things to shore up, but looking forward to see them in the future.
Definitely. And with that, it looks like all dabs, no blabs, winning the series 2-1, but Bench Life still taking a map, giving themselves a point. These teams vying for the most wins for the regular season, looking to try to just contest each other as much as they can. So with that, that is the games for the night. Do you have any final comments you have?
I think I'm good.
All right.
Been a pleasure.
All right. Well, that is it for us. Watch next time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for Week 6 of the Baddie Overwatch League Season 5. Don't go anywhere soon.